to say I watch it the same, no, definitely not.
How have your feelings towards cricket changed?
Well, actually, I love it more, but my passion for watching it or being engaging with it has dropped a lot.
In Melbourne's east, Jace Austin is coming to terms with the sudden loss of his eldest son, Ben.
Yeah, no, at first, when it first happened, I never wanted to see a game of cricket or go to a cricket net ever again, ever. That was my first reaction, but then as the morning and woke up, whether it was through Benny or through just a feeling I got, and I said, no, I have to. Like, that's not fair. It had nothing to do with the game. Benny loved it that much.
Every day we come to this beautiful cricket reserve, we think of Ben. And every day we play a game of cricket, we think of Ben. The whole club does that.
At the end of October, 17-year-old Ben Austin died after an accident in the practice nets at his local club in Ferntree Gully when he was hit in the neck by a cricket ball. Jace Austin was minutes away from the ground and rushed to the scene.
So I just get out and I'm just yelling, can someone tell me what's going on? And I could just feel the looks on all the players and that, and okay. So I just walked around the ambulance to the nets, and I sort of got about just before the bowling mark at the end of and I could just see him, they're working on him. I knew straight away that he wasn't there. I knew he'd gone straight away. I knew. I don't know what I knew, but I knew. So I just threw me glasses and my phone, and then the policeman was brilliant. He come and said, listen, what's your name? Who are you? And he really just took my focus. Kept saying, what happened? What's happened? But then we got told he had his heartbeat. But I still knew. Even though they kept saying he had his heartbeat, which is honestly magnificent they got that, because we got to spend 3 nights with him.
Ben was transported to the Monash Children's Hospital in Melbourne and kept alive for 2 days.
And I suppose I just kept on thinking, as a mum does, there's hope, there's hope, there's hope.
The ICU lady was beautiful, and she just said, there's nothing we can do for him. There's nothing. Even to operate on him would be just so unfair, because he's brain dead. He's gone.
What were you able to take from those sort of final moments in the hospital with Ben?
I thought they were so special, just to sit there and just to stroke his hair and play his favourite songs, just to be with him. It was just beautiful. This is Ben's room. I come in here every morning and have my morning routine that I come in, I say good morning, give him a kiss. I can feel him in this room. I can feel his presence, just his smile. And in the photos, it's like he's looking at me. His big brown eyes.
The Austins find speaking about their son is helping them process their profound grief.
I could talk about him all day. He was amazing. He was my boy. He was kind. He was caring. He had time for everyone.
Ben played cricket for multiple clubs. He also played Aussie rules football, was a talented boundary umpire, and had plans to become a PE teacher after leaving school.
Wait, measure with your heart, measure with your heart.
Measure with your heart.
Measure with the heart.
The one thing I think everyone who would known Ben was just his character. He was a cheeky boy.
How are you feeling about this game?
Come on, Paul!
He's the type of person he'd make you laugh. He could cheer you on. He could make you be a better person.
The coroner is now investigating the circumstances around Ben's death. The ball which struck him was tossed from a thrower, also known as a sidearm, a training tool widely used in cricket clubs across the country. Jace and Tracy and Ben's cricket club have supported his 15-year-old teammate who threw the fatal ball.
I've mates with his dad for 30 years. His granddad used to coach me at cricket. So we've got more than just a kid was bowling at the nets to Benny. We've got a connection with their family that goes back to when I was 12, 14. I mean, we just hugged him and said, it wasn't your fault. Both of us, and then we've given him Benny's bat to use, we've given him Benny's shirt, and I've even said he's going to be my cricket son now.
How is that young man doing?
We check in with him regularly just to see how he's going, and he seems to be going okay.
Ben's death struck the cricket world, which wrapped its arms around the Austins and Ben's teammates at Ferntree Gully. For many, it brought them back to 2014, when former Test cricketer Phil Hughes was fatally struck by a bouncer during a state cricket game. Following his death, Cricket Australia made neck guards mandatory for batters facing pace bowling in first-class cricket. These rules don't apply to junior cricketers.
Our view is it was a terrible accident, incredibly terrible accident.
A medical examiner's report found Ben died from an intracranial hemorrhage caused by a traumatic injury to the left side of his neck. Ben's parents say a doctor at Monash Children's told them a helmet neck guard would have been no guarantee of preventing their son's death.
And in her opinion, she said to me, listen, it may have, because of the pace and how it hit him flush, has to hit so spot on, it probably would have just not done anything.
Do you think cricket is a safe sport?
Yes, I always did. I thought if anything he was going to get hurt, it'd be football, because he didn't have the build for football. I can't see anything wrong with it. It was just that one in a million thing that happened to us, happened to our boy.
Since the tragedy, other junior cricket clubs across the country have discussed making neck guards mandatory. Ferntree Gully does not want to preempt the coroner's findings and says its focus is on welfare.
But for us, our most important thing as a club is it's getting around each and every one of us and making sure everyone's okay.
It's just unbelievable, isn't it? Right, look at it. This is all just messages from everywhere, from all these footy umpires, 3 cricket teams and footies, and just the general public.
At Ferntree Gully Cricket Club, Ben is front and centre. His face sits above the practice nets where he last put on his pads and played cricket. His family and mates have sifted through the messages left for him after his death. How will you remember him into the future? How do you keep Ben's memory alive?
All of this really, just all these notes, everything that it's been going on, it's really helped. It's going to show his legacy, who he was as a person.
On the other side of the boundary, Jace and Tracy's youngest son, Zach, is at the crease, wearing his big brother's white vest.
I remember when Zachy, after it happened, I said, mate, do you still want to play cricket? He goes, am I allowed to? I said, absolutely you are. What would Benny want you to do? He goes, oh, he'd want me to play for sure. So, and that's what I've told everyone, all these mates. I said, do what Ben would want you to do, and that's to play.